Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and what the hell are you looking at here today? Well, this is, of course, Fallout 4. Now, I recently did an unboxing or announcement or whatever that I'm going to be reviewing Fallout 4. Now, as you'll notice, the graphics are all turned down as low as they'll possibly go when I'm running this at 720p. Why? Not because my computer's old, but because many months ago, or over a year ago now, my graphics card broke. I then had to use a really shitty graphics card. Well, it wasn't so much shitty as it was just not very powerful. For a considerable amount of time, and then a fan, known as Lotz, sent me a graphics card that was vastly more powerful, and that's what I'm using now. So, basically, the graphics may not be, on all high, but, well, we're actually getting the game to work. Now, why am I bothering to do a first impressions for this, seeing as how you can see any number of videos done on Fallout 4? Well, because I think my opinion is going to differ a bit. Of course, then again, I guess everyone thinks that. The thing is, Fallout 4, is it good or is it bad? Well, I've been playing it for a little while now, and I've been enjoying it quite a bit, actually. As you can see, I've already got power armor and all of that. So yeah, I guess this is not... once again, I don't really know all that much about what's going on in the game. Oh yeah, there's a farm here. Neat. It's one of the bigger problems with Fallout 3 was there were no farms around, and so many people would question like, well, how do they not die of starvation? But as you can see here, the map is not filled in at all. I just did the very first quest. I thought I'd give my opinion on it. Really, first impressions can make or break a game. And for me, if I'm not really into the game, like when I first start playing it, I'll probably say, oh, it's going to be the worst game of all time, or something like that. But for me, this is actually a pretty cool game. I don't have a problem with it at all. Now, some of the controls, like the fact that F no longer changes the camera, annoys me. But I was really impressed by the intro. I've really just been impressed all around by just how the game handles. Now, there are some control issues. The fact that T doesn't allow you to wait. I mean, it's like, that's been a staple since Oblivion. Is that a bad guy? Yeah, it's Farragut. I should probably actually aim at him. The fuck? Fucking Googles. Or as we should call them, necro-humans. Oh yeah, and yeah, this. We're gonna shoot him in his right leg. How about that? Allow me to kill this guy. Now, the graphics... Holy crap, there's a lot of them coming after me. Now, the graphics in the game look really good, even on all low. Oh, that's cool, dismemberment. I didn't even know you could do that. One moment while I try not to die. I'm really sucking here. The enemies are a lot more aggressive, and they do move a lot faster than I recall them moving in the other games. But the graphics look good. The introduction to the game was really good. The power armor, I think, also, they've revamped it. Now, there have been some mods that I've seen. I haven't actually used them, unfortunately. There have been some mods that allow you to have the armor carry itself, where you can actually, where it actually works like as you would expect power armor to work. And there's been things like that, but it's good that it actually is now a part of the game. The overall, okay, that's just trash. The overall design of the game is good. The story, I think, is actually pretty good, but also I will admit that it is recycled from some other properties. Fallout 4, here we have the main plot. I'm not sure if this is a spoiler or not. If not, stop listening to me. Fallout 4's main plot is you've got to rescue your son. Fallout 3's main plot was you have to rescue your father. I mean, I don't know if that's really all that recycled. I mean, once again, there's not much you can really do, especially after New Vegas. What is that? Is that a key? Okay, that's a key. Well, I'll read that terminal later, since I don't think you guys want to hear me read or watch me read anything. But really, the plot doesn't seem too bad. Now, I will admit, Bethesda has kind of recycled something else. I will take all of your things, sir. It's also recycled, also a bit of the plot, because you're frozen in cryostasis at first, and that is exactly, what happened in, what's the game now? I can't remember it. It was something by id Software. Oh, what was it now? Rampage? Ravage? Start with an R? Okay, now I see where you are. And this is it only slows it down instead of stopping it entirely. Although New Vegas did that. Just using the basic pipe rifle, because I want to save all my ammo. These guys move fast. The enemies in the game move a lot faster. It's something I've really got to get used to. But yeah, what was that game called? Damn, I cannot believe I can't remember the name of that game. In any event, it was id Software's latest game, and it was where there's an asteroid that was going to hit the planet, and so a bunch of people are not buried, but frozen and stored in these things called arcs. And it was a big post-apocalyptic thing, kind of like Fallout 3. And I guess in this instance, you're in a vault, and you get frozen in cryostasis, and it's kind of the same concept. But once again, you know, you can't just keep having the same old plot over and over again. At least they're trying something new, you know. But overall, I think that was really cool, and I really liked the introduction to the game, simply because it was very compelling to me, at least. You know, you're living in the pre-war world. There we go. Try saying that 5 times fast. I'm not even gonna try. And I'm being contacted by Skype. Anyway, in the pre-war world, you're contacted in that. No, you're living through that, and it's really cool to see having to run to the fucking vault. That was nice. That was cool. That was amazing to me, at least. And so I had no problem with that. I'm down to 50% of my fucking power core, and I only have I have one other one that I picked up. So I probably should just drop this thing off somewhere. I need to find a store somewhere. That'll be our main goal, finding a shop. I don't really want to go to Diamond City, but I imagine there's a shop there. So let's just that'll be our journey today as we go through Fallout 4. But yeah, I thought it was really, really compelling. I thought it was really, really cool. And Skype is going on again. Really, really cool. And, you know, we hadn't seen such a thing. We hadn't seen people try to live during that particular era. And that era just seems so horrible. It really does. Like, that's more of a dystopia than the post-atomic horror here. It really is. But it was really cool to see that. And it does give you some emotional reasons to go out there and try to do things. It gives you more reason to be a good guy. Because, like, if you have a family, obviously you can't be that bad, although I'm digging myself a hole with that. Obviously you shouldn't be a complete cretin if you have a family and actually act like you care about them, but as we all know, that isn't exactly the case all the time. But ultimately, I like the idea that the game is sort of pushing you into being a good guy, because that's how I always play anyway. I don't play as the asshole. Let's see, is he in me? No, I guess he's not. Now watch, he'll probably start attacking me anytime now. No, he's not. Oh, now he is. You fucking asshole. And I pressed B. Oh wait, he's a badass character, isn't he? Because he has a skull by it. I'm gonna do next to no damage to him. Okay, fuck it, run. Just run. Fuck you, you fucking robotic asshole. But yes, because once again, I don't know anything about where anything is in the game. I'm just going to where I think there's going to be a shop. He's still shooting at me, isn't he? And I'm taking a shitload of damage too. It's like the first time I ever played a Fallout game. Let's see, where is my stim pack? There we are. Really, the early game of this, at least from what I've played so far, is also pretty well, because, let's face it, anybody who's played a Fallout game wants the power armor. Just give me the fucking power armor, you know? And, well, you get it literally in the first quest. And I think that's a really cool concept, because you don't want to have to wait for the power armor, especially if you've already played multiple Fallout games. And I want the power armor. I like the power armor. The power armor is awesome. So I don't really have a problem with getting that early on. Now, I am not altogether sure where the bad aspects of this game are. Now, was it worth the $60? From what I've seen so far, and once again, I've played 2 hours of this. It's well worth the $60. They actually did, from what I can tell, a pretty good job. I unless the game literally just ends now, which is not, I have no reason to be angry at it or to hate it in any way, shape, or form. I mean, the power armor is really cool. Like, the first power armor you get, it's not even fully constructed. That's awesome. That is nice. Because it doesn't make the game too easy. The other issue I had, before playing it at least, was the fact that it had, it doesn't even have a dialogue wheel. It really isn't, at least not that I can tell. But the fact that it wasn't the silent protagonist, the voice actor I think does a pretty good job. He does have some wonky lines, but then again, Mark Muir, the male Shep, didn't sound that amazing either. So I'm not going to really complain about that. So far, the voice protagonist works. You do have quite a few dialogue options, more so, and if we'll find somebody to talk to, there's more dialogue options here than there were in Mass Effect 3. Now, once again, the ending could be really bad, and I'll be changing my tune, but right now I want to say that I'm pretty impressed by it so far. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to be disappointed. I think maybe there were some problems with the fact that he was voiced. Oh, great, we got a fucking... I keep wanting to press... I think that's the one thing that annoys me the most, though, is the fact that they changed some of the controls. And I know I can completely rebind them, but... Why am I not hitting the guy? Now I am. They changed some of the controls around, and I don't really like that. That really annoys me. Because, like, I've been used to that since Oblivion, okay? And he has nothing on him. Why would he? Like, they changed... I just don't like they changed V to Q. That annoys me, but that's no big deal. You know, the fact that in the game you don't have to worry about weapon degradation, yeah, that kind of sucks that you don't have that, and it takes away some of the realism, I suppose. But once again, that isn't all that big of a deal. I don't think I really... The lock is too difficult. I kind of like that, though. The fact that you can't unlock every single lock unless you actually put points into that and level that up. I think that's kind of cool. Because technically he shouldn't know how to unlock every single lock. Also, I like the fact that the character... I'm almost out of battery power. But we're going to make it to Diamond City. Because theoretically I should be able to sell all my shit there. And since I don't know where any of the other towns are, I might as well go to the one that I do know of. I normally don't do that, but I kind of just want to hurry up and maybe not just charge through the game, but I do want to just fire support. We'll listen to that later. But yeah, I mean, it's a great deal of fun. The story is not so bad. I mean, I'm not really sure. Once again, I'm not really sure what they could have done to make it better, really. I think Fallout New Vegas did a good job in making you just a guy in the wasteland, but now they're trying to give you a little more emotional, weight. And I think this game might indeed be more focused on story instead of just wandering around. Now, that is not to say that New Vegas didn't do that, but like I think it's supposed to be making you the player character. Yeah, I know it's low. What the fuck you want me to do about it? I'm going to use it for all it's worth. And able to use that, and, move it. Okay, so it doesn't just completely shut down the suit. Okay, so that works. I'm not going to complain about that. So I'm glad I have another one. I was actually thinking about doing this the boring way, and just leaving the suit back at the starting village area. Also, the city design for the game doesn't look too bad. The very first city actually looks like a town. One of the big problems I had with Skyrim was the fact that the cities were really, really, really small, especially compared to their Oblivion counterparts. But still, though, despite being on all low graphics, I think the game still looks pretty damn good, actually. And I do like all the little details that you see throughout the game, like the fact that the armor wobbles a bit. And the power armor actually looks like power armor. Unlike in the other games, you actually feel like, as one of my friends put it, a walking tank. So that also isn't bad. You still can't see your body. I mean, come on, Bethesda, just do that already. Literally all of your games have mods for that. How hard is that? That's one of the things that I can understand that and people say how lazy Bethesda is. Okay, that is pretty lazy. Because here you have the third-person camera. I think that's got to be a Raider. God damn it! Pressing F. Is that a Raider? Raider Psycho. You know, he ain't gonna have a head anymore. I should probably be using something other than the pipe rifle, but, well, that's the one I got the most ammo for. I do have a chain gun, but I'm not gonna use that. Are these all enemies? Yeah, they are. No, they're scavengers. Oh, we got something other than raiders for once. And once again, they're all crazy, because when you see somebody in power armor, the first thing you want to do is shoot at them with your little pop guns. Even though the guy in power armor is literally using a pop gun in and of himself. We almost got a level there. Come on, shoot him. Oh! No, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to use the bayonet on here. Come on, get him before he gets away. Got him. And as we always do in all of these games, I don't think I like how you can loot bodies either. I find that to just be so counterintuitive. Mainly because you just use the E key. And I understand why. I understand why the game is the way it is. It's the way it is because, once again, all these games are really designed for... Get back here. Ah, fuck them. You'll be back. They always come back. Bethesda can never program it to where they actually can surrender. There we go. Sweet, leveled up. Which means I can talk about the leveling. Let's see. I think it's just a hold tab. There. Oh, goddammit. There we go. The leveling system looks weird. I think the big problem that I think I'm going to have with this game is T. There we go. This just looks overindulgent. It looks like they took that metric short ton. No, there's more than that. It looks like they took all those dump trucks full of money and just dumped it into this game. Like, okay, how can we make literally everything super fancy? And that's what they've done here. They've made it really fancy, and this is just... I didn't even know you could do that, to tell you the truth. I didn't even know you could scroll down like this. This is just ridiculous. It really is, the way this is laid out. I think this is something that I'm definitely going to complain about in the review. I mean, what was wrong with the basic menu? Why did we need all of this? It's very hard to tell what you can do, and I just don't like it. I do not like it at all. Okay, attack dog. Let's see. And you got pretty much the same perks you would have had in any of the other ones. Of course, we got blacksmithing because I love that crafting. Thanks, Minecraft. Although I do like Minecraft, but let's face it. In Minecraft basically made sure that everything had to have a crafting system in it, and Skyrim had it, and so of course this has to have it. And so you can, of course, level up your basic attributes, which you used to not be able to do. Now you could do that. Or could you? I can't remember. No, you couldn't level up your basic attributes, but you could level up your skills. And I think that's something that people have also complained. There is no skills in this. It's just perks and basic attributes. Which I can see why many people would have a problem with it, simply because I also have a problem with it. I don't really like that. But is that going to make me say it's the worst game of the year or disappointing? No, it's one of those stupid changes that I guess they made to try to make it more streamlined, and it doesn't streamline it for me. It's like, I'm not really sure what I need to do when it comes to this. Like, do I want to do more of that, or do I should do this? I think they should have just kept it the way it was, because it just doesn't actually improve it, to me, in any way. Let's see. What should we get? Oh, the fact that you can level up Bloody Mess, though, and that requires luck. I'm glad they kept Bloody Mess in there. Do we want Scrounger? Yeah, Scrounger isn't bad. But this is definitely very much... It's worse in many respects than Skyrim when it comes to its consoleization. It really is. You can definitely tell they first wanted this on the X-Bone and the Piss Poor. It's not bad, and I've definitely seen worse PC ports out there, but it is definitely annoying. And I just don't know why they had to change some of the controls. I think we're almost to Diamond Sea. I keep wanting to call it Emerald City, but I don't see no yellow brick road. Of course, if there was a yellow brick road in Skyrim, I'd fucking pry it up and sell it at a shop. But you can also definitely tell why this game needs 25 gigabytes, because, damn, these graphics, man, these graphics. Does the game really need to look that graphically complex? Oh, great, fucking super mutant, that's just fucking brilliant. Why are there always super mutants in all these games? Or, as we should call them, meta-humans? Okay, we're almost out of juice. Now we're down to only 50 juices left. We are gonna make it here. Basically, no, I think what's gonna end up happening, ladies and gentlemen, is we're gonna see a repeat of my Skyrim review, actually, where I'm like, Skyrim is a great game, but it is not as good as, say, Oblivion. Although I know some of you guys absolutely hate Oblivion. But I will admit something. Of all of the Bethesda-based games that I've played, the one that is still my favorite is actually more Oblivion. I can't get into... Oh, great. There's a quest to open the gate, I guess. Well, my question is this. Why is it in all the Bethesda games where you got a big-ass city, do you have your main city closed up? Surely that would be bad for trade. Well, can I go in? Inaccessible. It'd be nice if I had better graphics. And honestly, she can't get in some other way than the main gate. That just seems a bit ridiculous. This is so obviously a quest. Also, the animations look pretty good. The animations for all the characters are definitely a lot more complex. I'm not sure if they really need to be, but okay. But see, look, we have more dialogue options than I expected. You know, I mean, I expected it to just be I expected it to be something almost as bad as, say, Mass Effect 3, quite honestly. And I do like how they know that. I like how they're aware of you just not saying anything. That also is a nice little touch. Who are you? And you can't hear the voice acting because I turned it down because I did not want to get drowned out. Well, technically, I could have enough supplies. Certainly loot enough. It'd be nice if I actually had good graphics, because I bet that door looks way better on all high. Mouth animations can definitely get a little, shall we say, uncanny valley-y. Oh god, that's so low res. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that was an easy thing to do. I wasn't even really paying attention. But hey, whatever. I'm willing to let it go. You know what, just let's go.
Sounds good. Let's go. Great day in Diamond City.
Of course, he still knows nothing about anything in the wasteland. At least he shouldn't. I kind of do. Why is the mayor there? That's my question. Hey, that rhymes. With the printer scrapped for parts. Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. The cities in this, once again, are pretty huge. He should know nothing. What newspaper? Not my business. I hate newspapers. Support news. Okay, see, once again, in all reality, this is a good example of what I'm talking about when it comes to the dialogue system and how it's not bad. Is in New Vegas, I highly doubt you would see much more than either you support her or you don't. Because hey, I can take how long I want. Let's just say I hate newspapers just for that.
What newspaper are you talking about?
And so you got obviously, you got obvious questions that your character should know about and things of that nature. And there's not much more you could really do with it. And not my business, so you could easily just not get involved. They just have distilled it down. I don't even know if they distilled it down, because I just don't see New Vegas doing much more than that. Obviously, you could have some perception or
the great green jewel of the Commonwealth.
The great green jewel, huh?
A fine place to come.
And see, like this, I think this is a little much just for getting into the main city.
Here, tell you otherwise,
Be nice if I... Whatever. You're full of it. Sounds great. God. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna say that.
This hasn't been the friendliest welcome.
Let's get to their McDonough.
Yeah, this is definitely going the Mass Effect route, which isn't bad. I mean, nobody complained about Mass Effect up until Mass Effect 3's ending.
In particular, you came to our city for.
Don't answer. Missing person. Well, why not get straight to the cut to the chase? Yeah. There we go.
Sean. He's less than a year old.
Well, that's what he thinks, but even I know he's going to be older.
You hear that, McDonough? What's Diamond City Security doing to help this man, huh? This isn't the first incident.
I actually kind of like this character. I like to be able to actually hear it. I'm getting into the game just playing this now.
I'm afraid
I just want to sell some shit.
Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great
Yeah, I bet they can. Who can help? Now, see, this is good. I mean, once again, there's only so much you can really do, and I'm not going to complain about it.
A mayor of a great city must know everyone.
I like the I will definitely play the sarcastic character. Once again, this is nothing new. You saw that in both Mass Effect and Dragon Age 2, and likely Dragon Age Inquisition. Detective, okay, and there we go.
Piper. From now on, consider
Hey, didn't your hand just phase through your head?
yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. I'm impressed.
As you can see, the dialogue system isn't as simple and straightforward as everyone will lead you to believe.
Let me just hop on my office after
I think really Fallout 4 is just succumb to the Colossus syndrome, as the M-Man would say. Wait, am I going the wrong way? No, I'm not. Okay, there we go. The Colossus syndrome. It's such a big game. It's such a well-selling game. Now, will I say this is the greatest game of all years? 111? No, I'm not going to say that at all. But I'm going to say maybe these days we're a little too hard on some of these games. And from what I've seen so far, now see, this doesn't look bad. But I will admit almost immediately that Diamond City is a combination of Megaton and New Vegas. I can already see that just from the first 5 seconds of seeing it. But once again, it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland, so it's not that surprising that it doesn't look all that visually distinct. It's going to be made out of rubbish and trash and things of that nature, so I'm not going to complain about that. So yeah, that is my thoughts on Fallout 4. It's got a good first impression. I can't imagine it being altogether... I don't imagine hating it at the halfway mark or anything like that. I think I'm going to continue to enjoy it all the way through. And so, I am Generallotz, and I hope if ever you play Fallout 4, you give it a fair shake.